Welcome back to Command Block Survival, and today we're going to be working in our custom dimension. So just to get you up to date, this is our custom dimension. It's like a space thing, and it's sort of being infected by Skulk, and then the wardens are aliens. The glass that you see everywhere is actually going to be breathable air. We'll change that later. We have multiple biomes. We have just space, which is empty space, and then we have asteroids, which has all kinds of little space rocks everywhere, and you can see once again the air that's being generated. We'll change that pretty quick here. And last, we have these structures that generate here. This might be a little bit tricky to see with all the glass, but basically it's a jigsaw structure, and there's rooms that are all connected together, and that will definitely be relevant today. But the challenge that we're going to try and address is, how do I get back? We went through that teleporter at the... Whoa. Oh, do these just fly straight? Oh, that's cool. But yeah, at the beginning, we could kind of teleport. Oh, I'm in the glass. We could kind of teleport into that portal thingy, but there's no natural way of getting back. So I literally have to do a command to teleport back into the overworld. And if I get these coordinates wrong, I am going to end up inside of a rock somewhere. And certainly I'm not going to be at my base or like at my bed or anything. We're probably at world spawn. Oh yeah, there's my island over there. Oh, I'm still floating too. Yeah, we got all kinds of problems to deal with. Let me out! I'm just floating. I think there's a tag that fixes this all up. Haha. Okay. Wow, there would be an endermite. I lost all my items, so I have persuasion and reason now as my weapons. Okay, so we basically need a portal, right? And your first thought might be, well, why don't we make another one of those there, like say in the structure or something? Well, the problem is that this thing detects for a very specific position, right there. Whoops, I actually didn't want to break that. And if we're just out mining or something, and we're just like, la 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 la, just mining, la la la, oopsie. We get teleported and we don't even know necessarily what happened. Ugh, now I have to teleport back. Oh boy, more swimming. Whoops. Oh, and I gotta... Whoop. So first things we're gonna try is the easy stuff. I'm pretty sure these don't work, but we're gonna make absolutely certain. Oh. Oh, okay, so you can't even light another portal here. Interesting, interesting. The other thing we're going to check, we're going to have to cheat this in, but I don't think it's probably going to work, so we'll just be able to delete it later. So we'll just place an end portal right here. And I think if we go in, I mean, what we'd want is to just go back to our bed, kind of like, yeah, but we just go to the end. So neither of the default portals are going to help us out here. So we're going to basically have to make our own portal or our own trigger somehow. Okay, I've come up with two ideas here. One of them is silly and one of them is smart, I think, maybe. And both of them involve advancement. Maybe I should have used the regular signs. I kind of wanted to use these because I never use them, but maybe this is why. Well, the first advancement we can use is consume item. So if we like eat fish, for example, we can actually make an achievement, or sorry, an advancement that, that triggers when we eat it. And we can, because of the new, oh, here, let me just make something. Maybe you've seen this before, maybe you haven't, but there's actually a special tag called food. Oh, I'm not hungry. How long does it take to drain saturation? What in the world? Wow, fish saturation is actually a lot longer than I remember. I feel like I'm eating it all the time. But anyway, this anvil looks delicious, doesn't it? Oh, I placed it. Come on. Toss that in there. Okay, now look at how tasty this anvil is. Yum, yum. So we can consume quite literally any item, which gives us a lot of flexibility in how we want to make the item. So that's an option. Okay, this second one's a little bit harder to demonstrate, but if I reload here... This one's not working very well. Or I did something wrong. Yeah, it's supposed to trigger when we're in a structure, so we could potentially make a small one, but it's also triggering when I'm very clearly not in that structure. This is a custom structure, another one that we made. I do think it's possible to make this one work, but I'm really not sure how. Oh boy, we need oxygen. Give me oxygen! Oh boy. Fortunately, I pulled up my F3 screen. Yeah, we really need to turn the glass off so that I can actually survive. Kind of an issue. The goofy thing is we can't actually totally remove the glass yet because if we regenerate the dimension, my items will get deleted. I'm sort of skating along the bottom on Skulk because Skulk sort of generates oxygen in this space dimension. You'll notice the Skulk veins don't really fill my oxygen bar up. They just sort of stop it from going down. I have mixed feelings. So I've died twice trying to get my stuff back. So because this is a little bit broken right now, and my items are, I think, like 10 seconds away from despawning right here, we're going to do this because the thing is kind of broken. This is probably why I had the oxygen bar disabled when we started the episode. I maybe should have left it disabled. But it has informed us of the issues. Yeah, so we have respiration 3, which is supposed to make the oxygen bar tick down slower. That's not working. The Skulk veins are actually supposed to give us air instead of just be like holding it steady like that. They should be giving basically the same as the Skulk sensor. And obviously these are supposed to be air blocks. And to top it all off, this stupid advancement is triggering when I'm not in a structure. Oh my word. Okay, let's get out of here. Well, I guess before we can even fiddle with those, we need to deal with the oxygen because we can't survive in that dimension unless we have the oxygen fixed. And I think I found the issue, or one of the issues anyway. So this is running off the old tag thing. Tag doesn't exist anymore. It's only components now. And this is what prolongs our oxygen if we have respiration 3. Let me just see if this check works. There we go. Test passed. Test failed. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so that's a pretty easy update. That should help a little bit. And now that we have our items recovered out of the very work in progress dimension, we can swap the glass to air, which if you're curious is just gonna look kind of like changing this gray stained glass to be void air, which is how we track and separate it from regular air. So should just be a simple reload. And I deleted that dimension so we can regenerate it. And I ran across another error, which answers the question of why the Skulk veins weren't working. There's a check here. It says, if dimension Talon dash space. That's not a real dimension. Unbelievable. It needs to be an underscore. Ridiculous. Anyway, so that's fixed now. I'm honestly a little bit scared of popping back in there, but we have to see if it worked. Let's put on our helmet. Now there should be no glass everywhere. Excellent. And when we're by the Skulk, our oxygen isn't going down. Okay. That is what is supposed to happen. Oh, yep. Okay, there should be no glass. All right, so we should like lose oxygen over here. I think we have to be kind of far away. And it goes down pretty slow unless we take our helmet off. And it goes faster. And as soon as we get kind of close-ish, woohoo! Alrighty. Okay, that's good. Now we can actually test like the whole structure thing and, you know, not just die and lose everything. Ah, yes, the wasteland that is the structure test area. There's holes here that go like all the way down to bedrock. It's pretty bad. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna place a spaceship here. Spaceship 1. So we're gonna test for this structure with it, which is just a maze, and then We're going to test for the advancement and then revoke it so that it can keep looping. So we'll just turn this on. In structure, in structure. Okay, so I'm actually in the structure, so that's fine. I'm definitely not in the structure. These are not structures. So presumably the syntax is wrong somehow. What if we try structures? Maybe that will work. Oh, it's not saying anything at all. Oh, wait, maybe that thing didn't count as a structure. Oh, hang on, hang on. Oh. Would you look at that? Okay, so figured it out finally. So what does that mean? It means we can potentially make a portal. So for starters, we want to consider the bounding box. Basically, we only want the advancement to trigger when we're inside, rather than like say underneath here. Like the advancement would trigger here because technically it's part of the structure. So we have to restrict the structure in such a way, oops, not enough blocks, that the only way you can be inside it is actually being inside it. Yeah, there we go. So then we need a way to indicate that like this is a portal as opposed to a ring, just a random ring. So this is where we could get really creative. These glass panes are not me being really creative. This is just a way to like, you know, visualize it, I guess. Because we could have something that's like either is a portal block, or we could have like, get one of the gadgets. Where is it? Oh, maybe I left it at home. Where's my fireworks? Must have used them all. Oh my word, I'm very short on fireworks. Okay. Well, anyway, somewhere here. Where is it? Oh, found it. Okay, so what we can do, let's swap back to this that we were using. We can actually use this to make it so you can walk through glass panes. Oh, they don't connect in the hologram mode. Okay, well, we might be able to make something else that will connect properly. Oh, it's obvious. We just got to put some end gateways in there. Now, normally in command block survival, I like to have trade-offs. The exception being like prototyping stuff, like in the oxygen case. Oh, wait, this is going to be kind of tricky. Let's try that. Aha. So I'm not really sure how we could make a proper trade-off for placing these end gateways, but if I just show the outlines again, we can very easily walk through this, and additionally, we're in the structure. So we can just, you know, walk into it like a normal portal. You can kind of see through it, which is probably okay. It has particles, which is important, I think, to indicate like the particles are like, come to me. So it draws me in. All right, I'm having trouble thinking of any reasonable trade-offs other than ender chests, because they sort of look similar, or maybe skulk sensors. Both of these are kind of renewable. The ender chests are pretty expensive. We could just go with ender chests, I guess. Honestly, this is one of the more pointless trade-offs that we've done, because the player can't mine these, you know? I can't get like multiples of these. So they're effectively just decorative and... Anyway, okay, so 3 for 3. If we want to add more, we'll toss some more ender chests away. I better not forget to fill that back up. Okay, so this is looking nice. I don't know if we're going to stay with the iron blocks. And whenever I'm not sure what to do with visuals, I just go back to the technical stuff. Okay, so we need to, you know, connect this. So we need a jigsaw block. But in this case, we're going to not fill the first one in, only the second one, I think. And this lets it be found. Tool bag's still working good. Nice. And these, oh, I maybe should deal with this creeper. There is a gap here. Oh, he fell down. I'm all out of arrows. Ah! Okay. Hey, wait a second. I think it did place the spaceships after all. It just placed them way up in the air for some reason. Oh, that's weird. I thought that was just leftovers from all the maze nonsense. That's pretty funny. I'm working on the room here. Don't have much of a design yet. I mostly am just working out the space. It's 7 by 7 by 7, so I'm just trying to, I don't know, kind of just, whoop, there I fall. But yeah, I'm trying to get a sense for the size and how to fit the portal. Like, the portal is going to be, what, 5 tall? Yeah, 5 tall. So we need a little bit more space here, actually. It's good because it does actually extend 1 block below, but I wasn't sure what to do with it. Okay, you ready to see the room? Ta-da! Got some designs on the side. Things that just sort of guide your eyes straight to where the portal's going to be. These will be the actual portal frame blocks, and I'm thinking that we probably don't want iron. Just based on how good the quartz looks. Like, this is probably going to look really ugly. Ugh. You know, I'm starting to get worried here. Because the advancement we have that detects structures, it's not detecting a template pool, which is what I was doing here. Because like here we're using the villager space station template pool, but if we use... I think it's facing the right way. But yeah, like here I was intending to do like villager space station portal and then have it look for, what was it called? That, I think. There we go, target name. But I'm starting to think that this, because it's inside this structure, it might actually count. Oh, I didn't save it. It might actually count as being part of the main structure and not a separate one, even with the different target pool name. So I'm getting a little bit concerned, but we'll just try out the generation and see what happens in a bit here. I think we need a couple more things. Update that so the room generates first. Save the portal room and make a few more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, yeah. And save. I'm getting an error loading. It's not counting the portal. You'll notice it doesn't appear on this list. It's not counting the portal as a structure. You'll notice it shows up here when we change it to Jigsaw, because we do have the template pool and that will work. Like, it will generate everything properly, but it won't detect this as a separate structure, which we need for our advancement. So we need to get creative here. So the space station is a valid structure, so we can test for that. What if... I think we can add an extra check onto the structure check. So it'll check the structure and then it can check the block we're in. And so then it'll only be triggering if we're inside the portal. Because this portal will only ever be inside this structure. Yeah, that might be able to work. I'm a little scared going in with all my stuff, but I think we're just gonna go. Okay, it's generating. I think it's safe to breathe inside of here. Yeah, there's a special processor that makes it so that the air inside of the structures is breathable. I totally forgot about it until I was messing around with the detailed structure files. So we need to find the center of the structure, which is quartz. Not very hard to find since all the outer stuff is stone currently. It won't stay stone, but for now. Oh. We got our portal and a warden. Okay, so it should say something when we get in here. It's not. All right, I changed one thing. Yes, look at that. It only triggers when we're in the portal, and it doesn't trigger immediately too, which is actually kind of nice. So we can just run, instead of saying something, we can run a teleport command. In fact, let's just try this manually first. So let's get our coordinates here, because we can potentially macro these and we can teleport the player, or first way I guess we would do in dimension. So we would do in overworld, and we could just teleport the player to the exact same coordinates, but you know, overworld. Now this could potentially teleport us in a wall, so maybe we should actually spread players. Once again, borrowing our current coordinates. And let's just see what happens here. Here we are, we're just on top of a tree somewhere. Ideas are flowing. Oh man, wait a second. I left my ender chest, are you serious? I don't have any blocks to demonstrate. Okay, so you know how we had the structures, right? Like the villager space station. That generates when the world generates. And then we had our portal, which is just a template pool file. But what if we make this a structure, but we don't specify any world gen location? So we could potentially, oh, I wonder if this is possible. We could so you know how we're teleporting us right here, right? We're running this command. What if we also run a command that places the structure here? And we could have a separate advancement to test when we're in here, and it could teleport us back. Well, what we should check is, does this place command even work? So the structure is showing up, which is good. We want to place it one block below us, and oh, why is it up there? Oh, it's really high up here. What is that? Like 200 something? Oh my word, I've been fiddling with this so much. Yeah, so I made an advancement and it's not triggering. Even when I can manage to get it like semi-close to where I was, like not a single one of these portals has generated where I was standing. I was standing like here and it generated there, which is like kind of close. But we're unable to detect this as a structure. So it maybe only uses that check for world generated structures, which totally means that this entire pursuit is pointless. Maybe what we could do, I mean, end gateways can't spawn in the overworld. So we could just check for end gateway blocks. Good news is, if we're not using the place structure, we can use place jigsaw, which is way more accurate. Boom, perfect. Look at that. To space. Oh boy, here we go again. Hopefully this should be a somewhat more consistent method. Let's reload and make sure we are good with new stuff. And then, how is this one broken now? I didn't even change it. What? Did it finally work? Oh, I think it did. The one issue we still have is we pretty much instantly are triggering this advancement, and we need like basically a portal cooldown. Okay, I think this problem might be a little bit easier to solve than all the other problems today. Oh my word. Set it to be 300, which will be 15 seconds. That's the same as a regular portal. And then we'll just have this run all the time. Yeah, so it'll set our thing to be 300 when we go through the portal, and then it'll just tick down, and we won't be able to get the advancement until our score is 0. Not teleporting. Sweet. And we're not getting the advancement. And there we go. Now we get the advancement again. Cool, cool. So we might choose to do this both ways, but what we have here is stored secretly in the block. We can actually put custom data in it, which I didn't realize. So I can store the exact location of the space portal, and then it gets those coordinates, and when we teleport back, that's why it teleports us perfectly. So we could potentially do kind of the same thing for this one, because the coordinates are a little bit inaccurate because it's using spread players still. It's working, but I misspelled it. Okay, so we just have to reload here to fix it. And I think I just have to go in and out. Didn't realize it would put me this far away with the mistake. Oop, okay. We're all right, we're all right. All right, so now we just have to go through here, and that should reset the coordinates. Oh yeah, you like the sound? And now we have regular overworld portal. So it should get the actual correct coordinates. And look at that. Why are we over here? I said if we just go through it, it should set all the information correctly and put us to the correct portal. Oh boy, it was just a little tiny mistake. Okay, so now we have portals that can go back and forth. It's crazy how hard this is. And because of that, it's not surprising that there isn't really like just an accepted way of going back and forth between custom dimensions. But we figured out a pretty good solution here. It's a little bit complicated, but it'll work for our purposes. I'm pretty happy with that, but that is all the time I have today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hear the warden making sounds, so we're gonna move over here. Actually, we should probably go through the portal. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Let's go through the portal fast. Go, 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 go. Ah! Okay, but yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, later.